saw a video about um, this this woman was preaching.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And so she was preaching, and she said, if you got to do, if you got to do 50-50, if you got to do 50-50, that ain't biblical because Adam was supposed to work, from day sun up to sunset, if if I got to do 50-50, you're not holding up your bargain of doing what the Lord told you to do. Now, first off, that is the most jackleg, asinine thing I have ever heard in
Okay,
my
so
life.
okay, say that again.
So she
So,
said,
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people say we got to do 50-50 in
Right, 50-50,
relationships,
right.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
I hear that.
And
Yeah.
she said, no, men have to do 100% because in the Bible, Adam was supposed to work by the sweat of his brow from sun up to sundown,
Mm-hmm.
and Eve was just supposed to take care of the family and to raise children, and that now a man should have to do 100% because that's the biblical concept.
Okay.
And I'm saying that is a bastardization and anti-intellectual and antithetical to the very gospel that she proposes to preach.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
The whole idea of 50-50 in a relationship is, first off, no relationship is 50-50.
No, it fluctuates.
It's not 50-50. And if we're just talking about finances, if it's all 100% one person, if the other person is not contributing anything at all, is that truly a relationship?
It still is.
It's still a relationship, but if I am doing everything, I'm working my fingers to the bone, and I'm providing 100% of everything.
The finances.
100% of everything, 100% of the finances.
That's not
Right?
everything.
You know what I'm saying? 100% of the finances. Is that my own responsibility? Is all in to provide the finances?
No, you provide love, but the thing with it is, if you're providing 100% of the finances and they're not providing anything, they're probably taking care of the kids, because if you put them in daycare, that's like $800 or
That is not
$1,000.
always the case. That is
I
not
know
always the
sometimes
case.
they don't have any kids.
And then what do you provide? What do you bring into the relationship if you ain't
You're
if
uplifting them. You're making sure that when they come home, that it's a nice, calm, safe
is
place.
that happening?
It maybe, I don't know. Sometimes it's not.
Because again,
There's never 100% of anything. It all depends on how much that 100% is. Like, if you are a multimillionaire,
I'm just gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as 100%, and there's no such thing as 50-50.
It's not.
It is all a spectrum.
It is.
Of what you're able to provide, give and take, push and pull, receive and provide. It is all in the process of making sure that your relationship is 10 toes down, 100% together, and that you're moving together.
Right.
Our relationship has never been a 50-50. I'm gonna split everything 50-50. It ain't never been like that.
But it's
Our
supposed to be just
relationship
like,
has never been, I'm gonna take care of 100%. You just take care of what you take care of. Because the truth is that everything you're taking care of is 100% of everything you're taking care of. And everything I'm taking care of is 100% of everything I'm taking care of. And the truth is that that's where the 50-50 really comes in, is that when you both are giving your max effort to do the things that you have to do in order to make sure your family is maintained, is what needs to happen. And somebody preaching that, oh no, you got to give 100%. No, that is not what Eve was created for. Eve was created to be a helpmeet. She was supposed to be a helpmeet, not a mate, a helpmeet, to meet every single need that they have as a unit together. Now, I'm gonna take it a step further, because I will say this enough. And this is my rant,
okay,
because you had yours earlier.
yes, go ahead, let's do it.
Women were made like nothing else. Women are made like nothing else. It makes them completely unique and wholly unique in all of creation. When God was forming everything, He formed it from the dust of the earth. The only thing that was not created from the dust of the earth was not created from dirt was woman. The only thing that was created from flesh. It's the only thing. So that means that women are made like nothing else. The uniqueness and beauty of a woman is paramount to everything. They are made like nothing else in the world. Not trees, not birds, not bees, not beasts of the field, not even man itself was made like a woman. A woman is unique to all of creation.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. That means you hold a special place in all of creation as these unique, wonderful unicorns that were made like nothing else to meet the need of whatever it is that has to be met. It's not that I just need you to pick me up when I'm down. No, we walk in this thing together, step in step, hand in hand, all the way through this thing, through our ups, through our downs, through our troubles, through our cheers, through all of it. We're together and we're pushing and pulling and nudging and holding and lifting and pushing down each other all the time. Mm-hmm. And most people never get to that place in a relationship where they actually have somebody who's actually helping them meet the needs. And that's not just a need that is a financial need. That is a mental need. That is an emotional need. That is a physical need. That is a spiritual need. Mm-hmm. Right? So her talking about, oh, you got to give 100% and work with a sweat of your brow. Okay, cool. What if that man can't work? What if he falls and breaks his back and he's on disability and he can't work by the sweat of his brow because he's physically unable to? Is what he's given any less than what he was given before?
No. That means things switch around.
Some things got to switch up.
Right.
But if you're preaching that he's the only one that can do it, you're putting yourself in a bottle and you're putting yourself into a.
The man can't always be the provider.
Well, what do you call it when two things come together and it clogs up everything? You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the word anyway.
Something just.
Mm-hmm. But you become the bottleneck. That's it.
Yeah.
You become the bottleneck when you get bottlenecked and you get locked into a position and locked into a position and a place when you say stuff that's completely just inaccurate.
Because men can't always be the provider. Some women have to be the provider sometimes.
There are moments, yeah. What I'm saying is that
people get sick.
To preach that from a pulpit is just it's just egregious.
But if you can't be the provider, what are you? You something else. You provide something else. The roles switch.
And here's the thing.
But the thing is, if either side is not producing anything, that's when there's a problem.
We've become so myopic in our thinking that when we say provide, we only think that is a monetary or financial need. Provision goes deeper than your finances.
Right.
For me to provide for you does not mean that I'm just giving to you the finances that you need or buying you the things that you want. It means that I'm providing for you all the things that you need.
Right.
Love, care, kindness, protection, all of those things.
Right.
And too many people are basing relationships off of how much somebody makes.
Right, because there's a lot of relationships where the woman makes way more than the man, and people look down on the man because he's not making more, and like he's some, gigolo, gold digger for the chick, but she wants that career.
Gigolo? That's a male prostitute.
It is.
He is just a male prostitute for. Oh my goodness.
People say that, but what I'm saying is like. Some women like their career and they don't want to be at home with the kids.
That goes along with another video I saw later on the day, and it was somebody was asking how much money do you think a man in his 30s makes?
Oh, I know him. It's not a lot.
Now again, they were talking to people who were, we'll say, between the ages of 25 and 35.
Okay.
To women. It was all women. They was asking women, how much do you think a man, how much do you think a man?
Think.
How much do you think how much do you think the average man, how much do you think the average man in America makes at 35? They were like, oh, $100,000. Oh, $90,000.
No.
And they were like, no, it's like $42,000 between 35 and 42. How much do you think a man 25 should be making? The girl said, I guess about 90,000. She's like, well, the average median is like 32. She's like, oh, it's like she was disgusted. I'm like, you have no experience. You if you went to college, you just graduated, and for you to think that you are going to be making $100,000 at 30 years old or 40 years old, that puts you in, again, the top 8% of people in the U.S. If you are making over $100,000, close to $100,000, what kind of jobs do they think these people got? I don't know. I have no idea. So even if you graduate from high school and you go straight into working, you're only going to be making like $15 an hour at the max. $15 to $20 an hour, yeah. At the max. Yeah. At the max, and $20 is amazing if you find that right graduate high school. Right. Yes. That's amazing. Yes. But if you leave high school and go to college, you're not making any money, and then if you do start making some money, it's not that much. No. At all. So you got 4 years of really not making no money, or you have work study or some other stuff you're doing from school, or some part-time gig you're doing while you're in college. But you're not making the money. So my question more than how much do they think the men were making, I want to know, how much was you making? How much are you making right now? They're not making no money. Because if you're thinking if you're thinking men should be making $100,000, how much are you making? They are not making any money. Are you making the 8, 70, 90,000 that you think they should be making? They're not, and that's why they're trying to do a come up. But that's not the average or the mean. Not even the average, the mean. Because if you go off the average always gets bumped up because there are very, very rich people in this world. But if you go by the mean of actual working people, oh my goodness, actual people who have jobs. Because real talk, that 1%, they don't have jobs. No, they say they have jobs. They're not doing nothing. But they don't have jobs. They don't have jobs. They don't have jobs like me. You have jobs. Once you get to a certain point, you're not working. But my whole thing was, how are you going to be expecting somebody to make that much at 25, 30 years old? And they were like coming up 90,000, 70,000. I was like, doing what? No, you are delusional. You are delulu. Doing what? Lucy, I don't know what you are thinking, but Lucy, that is not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I was like, nobody's making that kind of money at 35 years old. They not. 25 to 35, you are not making that kind of money. No. And if you are making that kind of money, again, that puts you in the top 8%. So there are people out there who are doing it. But yeah, there's always exceptions. They're in the top percentiles. And your chance of meeting one of them, real slim, baby. Yeah. Real slim. Because y'all don't run in the same circle. Yeah, I always tell people, if you come out of like an impoverished area, or you're not making a lot of money, and you decide to go to college, that is the time. That's the greatest. That's the time you should try to find you a spouse, because it's already regulated. Everybody has been pre-vetted. Yeah, because if you're everybody's been checked for any diseases. If you are a man looking for a woman, these women are upwardly mobile. Right. They actually made it to college. They're intelligent. They have a goal. They're working their goal. They're working towards something. They want something in life. Right. Right. And if you're a woman and you're looking for a man, you got to realize that every man who made it into college, there's even less men that go to college. Right. Than women. Right. And so if that man is going to college, it's at your college. Or at the surrounding college you're partying at. He is a rarity. He's a unicorn. Right. He might be an asshole of a unicorn, but he's a unicorn. Right. Because in college, men are stupid. Right. Okay. But I admit it. I was stupid because between the ages of 18 and 25, that is your dumbest. But everybody at the college is pre-vetted. That you can ever be. Like, That's the dumbest you could ever be while at the same time being the smartest that you could ever be.
Because everybody outside of the college realm it's called Gen Pop.
Yeah, that's Gen Pop. Yes,
Gen Pop.
That's general population.
It's everybody.
Yes, that's everybody.
Nobody's been pre-vetted. You don't know if they got any diseases. You don't know if they have any goals. You don't know where their family is from. What are they trying to do?
You don't know if they're intelligent. You don't know if they can read.
Can they read?
Did
they graduate from high school? And if they did, still, can they read? Can they do anything? Can they hold a job? Do they?
So
what are they trying to do?
It's
just randomness.
It is the optimal place to find a spouse.
Because they've been pre-vetted.
It doesn't, to find a spouse.
Right.
Male, female, female, to find a spouse, that is your best population of people to find it.
Right.
Because those people, like you said, are vetted.
Right.
They're there because they made it.
For a reason, yes.
They made it for a reason.
Yes.
They applied and they got accepted.
Yes.
And that does not happen for everybody.
Right. And if you're at an Ivy League school, you are in the echelon, exactly. So you better figure it out.
And it does not matter what school it is.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's a community college.
Right. It's still better than Gen Pop.
It's still better than Gen Pop.
Absolutely.
Because again, the numbers of people that are actually going to college
compared to everybody else, it's thin. And especially now, it's getting worse because they're cutting funding and everything.
Yeah.
So
but you're right. It's just it's one of those things you just look at and you go, okay.
But in a relationship though, it fluctuates the whole time you're together. Like at some point you're going to be making more than the other person, and at some point they're going to be making more than you. Then sometimes y'all going to be making the same amount, and at some point one of y'all not going to be working, and at some point the other one's going to have to carry it. So you're just going to have to fluctuate and carry, like keep switching it up.
And when you get to a point where actually you're making where one of you or both of you are making really good money, this is all the better.
Right.
But that means that y'all work together through it all.
Yes.
We started from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We started from the bottom.
And now we are here.
We are here. We started from the bottom.
Yes.
We ain't made it nowhere.
No, we're not.
Still kind of at the bottom. We higher than we was.
We much higher. We're much higher than we were.
Real talk.
We're not as high as I want to be.
Look,
I'm a little extreme though.
This is a little note for everybody out there. I don't know if you can do this. You can go out onto the Social Security website. I know I'm getting old because I can talk about Social Security website. You can go out to the Social Security website and you can see where you've come from. From the first time that you started paying into Social Security, was that first job you had at 16 years old. You can then look at it and see the progression of how your income has gone up from the time that you started
at 16,
working at 16 or 15 or whatever,
14 or whatever.
It will show you every year. That'll show you the number that you.
It'll
show you what you made.
Chart.
It gives you a chart of where
you've gone in life. Financially.
It is an amazing thing to look at, to see where you came from, to see where you at now, and then to see the moments where God was real good to you, and you saw them real.
You really escalate
them high peaks, like you just shot right up Mount Everest. And then you plateaued for a little bit and you rode it out and you were still climbing, but then you shot up again.
Right.
That just shows you where God brought you from, because I started from the bottoms.
The bottom. College brokenness is wild.
College brokenness is a whole other kind of brokenness. But it's the best kind of brokenness.
It is. Because you're broker than most, like even really broke people out in these streets.
Yeah.
However, because you have a place to live.
Being on campus is the best place to be.
Right.
There's always some chick who wasn't eating a whole lot, so they always got a little money left in their meal card. Yeah, somebody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
somebody knows that they ran out on that meal card.
But you got to think about
2 weeks from school being out.
If you was in extracurricular activities, they always fed you.
Yeah, it's true. And if you was in sports, you got fed. If you was in like a group, you got fed. If you was part of some,
right.
Like you said, Black Voices.
any kind of thing they fed you. So you know, in college you have somewhere to live, you get your education, and most of the time you always have somewhere to eat. And so that's the best. And
when you don't, and when your real car run out, you got to be like, hey, Cossie,
be nice.
How you doing?
You know, whatever.
You got any money on your milk card? You gonna let me get a hamburger today? I'll pay you back on Tuesday.
Yeah, so you have to be real flexible in these relationships because it changes up.
They do.
And I think that's why people, that's why there's a lot of divorce out here, because people are just like, this is not what I signed up for. I'm like, what did you sign up for?
You sign up for?
Because the vows and that's why I have a problem with people writing their own vows, because the old vows work. Like, just go with the regular vows. In sickness is health. In good times and bad times. When you're broke and when you're not. When you're healthy and when you're not. Because all of the things in the original stuff is the stuff that really happens in life. Mm-hmm. And you need to find out if, because you may want to be with you think, oh, I'm healthy, but later in 30 years from now, you may not be the healthy one. Nice. They may be the one taking care of you. Do you want them to leave you, in the hospital or in the nursing home, or nobody's taking care of you and you're sick and you married this person to be with you for the rest of your life? Or, y'all down and out, but the Lord is going to bring you back up, but then they just leave you just out there in these streets. Mm-hmm. The original vows work. I mean, they're not like glamorous, and I know they're kind of stringent. They kind of like, like, they got all kinds of red flags, as we call them these days. But those are real life situations, and if they can't agree to that, then you're not going to make it, because life is up. You're right. And then it's down. And then it's up. And then it's down. And then it's mid. And then it's boring. Around. Don't start with me.
Place your feet on solid ground.
Life is all the things.
Spin you around.
But just long as you and the person that you're with are committed to the contract, regardless of what's going on, you're committed to the contract.
Committed to the contract. Yeah.
Regardless of what's going on in life, you're committed to the contract. Yeah. I agree to be with you. I agree to ride this life out with you.
Yes.
I agree to not have no side pieces out here. We just gonna ride this thing together.
It's a tandem bike. This is a tandem.
It's
bike.
Us.
It's us. Me and you. It's tandem.
Right.
There's two people on this bike. We're gonna ride until we'll swallow.
Because I might not like you today, but in 2 days I'm over it. Because I'm perimenopause.
Pedal, and sometimes I'm not gonna pedal. Don't be telling people you're perimenopause.
I am. Because sometimes
that you're hot flashing and angry.
Because sometimes I'm just angry for no reason. I might not like you. But in 2 days, I'm going to love you way too much. I'm going to love you way too much.
You got to get through them 2 days.
You just got to get through the 2 days where I can't stand you. I'm just like, ugh.
I get through the 2 days.
But then I'm like, oh my God, he is the great. People are down here having all kinds of arguments.
And the dogs are going to start barking.
She is.
Stop it.
What we tell you?
She's on a leash. You good. Stop. Stop.
But yes. The ups and the downs.